So see as you breathe if you can feel the moment like the air going into your nose, and then you can feel it coming out of your nose. We're going to try to focus our attention there. And if other thoughts come up, which is extremely normal, I think I heard we have like, I can't remember, 60,000 thoughts a day or a minute or something. It's like just the constant thoughts are coming. And what we want to do when those thoughts come up is is gently but firmly push them away. You can even label it thought and go back to the sensation of the air going in and out of your nose. And Janet, welcome with however wonky your internet is. We're happy when you're here. So any thought that's coming in, it's just a thought. We don't have to give it power. We can just gently but firmly push it away, thought, and return to noticing the sensation of air going in our nose, into our nose, and out of our nose. So today we're going to focus on the idea of space, halal, which is space. There's the space, like the outer space that we've had like missiles going into the atmosphere, the spaciousness of that atmosphere, actual space. But we also have the space within our bodies, space within our thinking, and space within our actions. Meaning, just because a thought comes into our mind, we don't immediately have to get involved in the drama of it. We can put space there by breathing, by slowing down. Just because we have an emotion, even a strong one, we don't have to act on it. We can put space there. We can slow down. And as we've all probably noticed from life experience, we can slow down time. We can be in the frantic rushing of time, rushing in our behavior, in the story that there's not enough time, so we have to rush and go quickly. Or we can choose to slow down time, to slow down our breathing, to slow down our reaction time, to slow down our behavior. Our reactions, so that they're not reactions, but actions. As you breathe, I want you to start to envision the breath filling up the empty spaces in your body. This is spaces between your organs, between your muscles, between your cells. Whatever space spaciousness you can find inside your body. I want you to envision bringing this air that you're breathing and notice how it fills up all the different empty, open parts of your body where there's space. And I want you to take some time and see if you can fill up different parts of your body. Actually, let's do this together. Let's breathe in and see if you can fill up the space within your hands. Make spaciousness in your hands and notice that spaciousness and breathe into the spaciousness in your hands. So when your breath comes into your body, direct it to your hands to rest there and add spaciousness and room within your hands. And if this is hard for you to do and to direct it to a specific part of your body, that's absolutely fine. Just keep breathing. If you want to keep with noticing what's happening at the tip of your nose as the air goes in and out, that's wonderful. Now let's see if we can breathe in the air, and we're going to direct the spaciousness, the expansiveness of our breath, of the unendingness of the air. We don't run out of air. So we want to bring that feeling of unending, of shefa, of abundance. We want to bring that feeling of abundance into our bodies, and let's direct it now to our feet. See if you can breathe in that abundant air and direct it to your feet. And notice if there's any physical, notice if there's any change in your physical sensation as you direct this air, this abundance of fresh air to your hands and then to your feet. Heidi, welcome. We're breathing. And we're taking the abundance of the air, and we're focusing it as we bring that same sense of spaciousness and abundance into our bodies. So if there's a part of your body that you notice now is in pain or tight or anxious or doesn't feel comfortable, I want you to breathe in this abundant air and direct it to that part of your body that can use that spaciousness to sort of untighten, to put some space in there to bring you comfort. So for me, for example, I notice my belly, my stomach is kind of tight. So I'm going to be focusing on directing my breath into my belly, into my stomach. And if thoughts come into your mind while you're doing this, just gently but firmly label it thought and push it away and go back to focusing on breathing in this abundant air and sending it somewhere in your body that can use spaciousness and comfort. And I believe that there's a paradox with abundance. I see it in my life most with time. That when I think that there's not enough time, and I believe that, then I speed up and time speeds up and there's not enough time. And when I trust that there's more than enough time, that time itself is abundant, then I can slow down and get everything and more done in that slowed down time. And I think it's the same with everything when we appreciate the abundance of air and we trust that abundance that we don't have to hold on to it. We breathe air in, we breathe air out. We take some in, we let some go. Take it in, it goes out. The more we're able to trust that abundance with things, with money, with food, with everything in our lives, then we don't hold tight to it and overconsume out of fear of not having enough. But when we see it's here, when we need it, we take what we need, let go what we don't. Then we can settle into the spaciousness, into the calm, slow spaciousness. And we're made of space. Our bodies are made of the same materials as stars. We have spaciousness embedded in our DNA. It's something we can tap into. When you imagine space, the openness, the beauty, the expansiveness, it lives in you too. The same qualities. So I want us to envision our bodies filled with the matter of space. Like when you look into the night sky and you see the beautiful stars and the shooting stars and the planets and the infinity and the emptiness and the possibility. I want you to envision now that your body is filled with that same spaciousness, that same night sky inside your body. Aranza, welcome. We're breathing in spaciousness, slowness, abundance. And we're envisioning our bodies filled with the matter of the night sky, with spaciousness, abundance, possibility, majesty, mystery. What would your hands do if you reminded them that they are made of stars, that they are made of infinity and majesty and mystery? What kind of work would they do in this world? And how would your feet walk this world if they were reminded that they're filled with spaciousness and openness and majesty and mystery and divine energy? With so much time, all the time they need to get where they're going, and no need to rush. How would your internal clock be if it were reminded? If it were reminded that the slower he moves or she moves, the closer we are to the mystery of life, to the unknowing, to the divine. And that when we speed up and rush, we miss out on the spaciousness of life. I say this not as somebody who has mastered this, but as someone who has a tendency to rush. In times like this, when we sit together and we strengthen each other through our intention and our breathing, through our visualizations, even though every single person on this call is in a different city, in many different countries, can bring that spaciousness to each other. We can remind each other of that divine mystery, that galaxy of mystery and spaciousness and not knowing and not needing to know. That is encoded in our bodies, in our DNA, because we are made of stars. And the galaxy and all of nature will never, ever rush. A flower will never rush to bloom. It lives out its life cycle, always in the perfect time, with as much spaciousness as it requires. So today I want you to enjoy that feeling of spaciousness, that feeling of slowing down that enables us to get closer to the source of life. That enables us to tap into our deepest potential, our deepest creativity, our deepest connection with each other, our deepest wisdom. So as our time begins to wind down, I'm going to put two things in the chat. First of all, I'm going to put a link for my WhatsApp group if you'd like to join it, because I've been posting there every day when we're meeting. And this first link that I'm putting is the join. It says chat WhatsApp. If you'd like to join that, you just click that and you'll be in the WhatsApp group and you'll always know when I'm doing these. And the second is I'm going to share the link. I made a playlist of all of these on YouTube. So if you'd like to go back and listen to these whenever you like, the web address is juliegeller.com/meditations. And to join my WhatsApp group, I'm just going to say the number out loud because I know people are listening to this recorded. And it's +972 58 401 6518. And if you send a WhatsApp to that number, I'll make sure to get you on that chat. So I want to thank each of you for being here today. I want to thank you for the spaciousness that I feel inside and the slowness that I feel compared to when we started. And let this remind each of us as much as we can throughout the day with our 60,000 thoughts a second or a minute or a day or whatever it is. And all of the information coming at us externally and internally. To access the galaxy part of yourself, the halal, the space, the openness, the unknown, and the mystery. And reminding ourselves that when we slow down, we are that much closer to it and that much better able to support ourselves and those we love. Thank you so, so much. What an honor and a pleasure to be together. Please, God, same time, same place tomorrow. juliegeller.com/Zoom. And tomorrow will be Thursday, June 19th, 2025. So if that works out for you, would love to see you. All right, sending lots of love. Thanks so much.